Hello, Jennifer and I decided to have air-to-air heating fitted, and this video is about the fitting day and also how much it costs and how long it took to fit and just what it looks like. We bought the house earlier this year and decided to make some improvements. We moved to a very small Scottish island called Stonsey in Orkney. It's got a population of around 350 people. Very friendly, has beautiful views, and every Sunday a group of us go swimming, obviously in wetsuits, and we started doing that when we arrived in January. There's no main gas on the island. Most people have oil delivered by an oil tanker every couple of months, and it's stored in the garden. Many houses do have gas canisters. We did when we first got here, but we never used them as they were all rusted over. Hello friends, I'm Nigel. I do hope you can subscribe and like. Please leave any comments down below. So we decided to have air-to-air heating system, which is what this video is all about, especially the actual fitting day. So initially I wasn't sure where the outdoor multi 5-port should go. It's not particularly wide here, and the thing is at least that, so I think that would have prevented access, and putting it up high, not so sure would be the answer. The back would be a possibility where we've got the combi boiler and the oil at the end there, which is going to go. But I'm not so sure. And the water heating will be done in a few weeks' time, later with an immersion heater suggested by the supplier. So every room that has oil-filled radiator would be replaced with an indoor inverter cassette. Heat Orkney are based in Kirkwall, and they quoted us a price for a Panasonic 9 kilowatt outdoor 5-port multi and 5 compact inverter cassettes to heat the kitchen, 2 bedrooms, hall and lounge, but not the bathroom, as we would be getting an electric towel rail in there. My calculations were that although gas and oil is cheaper than electric, it's not great for the environment. It comes from the ocean, and all the problems that can cause, has to be refined, transported across the country, and then it has to go on ferries before it reaches our home. Because we're planning to have solar, I don't care if the electric in the short term is a little bit dearer, because it will be much more efficient. I'm not saying it is going to be dearer. In fact, one of the things I'm going to do is all the sums and work it all out to know exactly how it compares with our oil system. When looking at YouTube videos, I was worried that the ducting from the outside multi-unit could look a bit unsightly, but because we're in a bungalow, that wasn't too much of a problem. I think it looks a lot worse on a 2-story house. It's about the size of the drain pipe. The outside multi-unit has a series of pipes going up through the ducting, up into the loft, and then dropping down into the room wherever the cassette is. I had thought up to then that the cassette had to be on the outside wall, but it can be anywhere, and also there's no conduit showing inside the house because the pipes drop down from the loft into the cavity wall. The 3 guys only took a day to complete the work, starting at 9 and finishing at 7, and I think they did a great job. We've tested all the units to make sure they work, but because we are now in a warm spell in the middle of May, there's not much heating required. But also we still have some oil left in the tank, and we want to use it up before we go to 100% electric with the immersion heater. Normally it's only early in the morning when it might be a little bit chilly. Every cassette has its own remote control, simple to use, and can be programmed to come on at certain times of the day. There is an app that can be used remotely, controlling the temperature of every room when you're a long way away. That's why I see so many of them in Airbnbs that we stay in, because the owners can control the temperature, whether you're there or whether you're not. Now, I'll do a review in future of how the electric heat compares to the oil radiators. Now, the cost was, as per the quote, no additional cost, £6,583, and that was for a 9 kilowatt outdoor 5-port multi and 5 compact inverter cassettes, ducting, pipework, rubber fittings, installation and transport. And currently there's no VAT on air-to-air heating. I really do like that a lot. But I think where we decided in the end in this corner was probably the right choice. And the ducting I think is not too bad now. All the pipe work going to the different cassettes in all the different rooms. I think because of where we live on a small Scottish island, the cost could be more than many places, as there's the two-hour ferry trips and an overnight for the fitters in an island hotel. So I'm a newbie when it comes to air-to-air heating, and I'll give you more updates as I learn more information on cost, etc. over the year. And I'll also do an update on anything relevant. I can't wait to get the solar panels, and I'm waiting for the roof to be replaced. We still have a little bit of oil left, which we'd like to use up before we get the immersion heater, but we have to check how much is in there. Unfortunately, the dial doesn't work on the oil container, so we have to use a stick where we mark off the dates and exactly where the level is. It works, but it's a little bit antiquated and a bit annoying, and so we're going to give it a try. Because the weather is much warmer now, we're using a lot less oil, so it should last a couple of months. This has just been a simple guide to air-to-air heating. Hope you might have found it useful. If you're an expert, you definitely won't have done. But anyway, thanks very much for joining me today. Hope you can subscribe and like, and don't mind how you go. Bye for now.
Same stuff as 9 to 12.